Sky Squad, we are back in the building and we have got to talk about Basketball Wives, Season 10, Episode 244. Okay? I mean, 24. All right? I do not like these part A season, part B season. Again, the practicality of it is lost on me because I feel like so much of this happened so long ago. And honestly, another thing is, and maybe, I have no idea of how long it actually takes to get a show on the air, but I'm a big fan of the Love and Marriage Huntsville speed with which they are able to get these shows out. Okay. And to me, but Love and Marriage Huntsville can also suffer from the same issue with they have their part B seasons as well, because the drama by that point in time has already occurred so many months ago that, part B of the season will always seem to suffer from a time lag. So I have a little bit of an issue with that with this show as well. But we're gonna make it pop, 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 and do what it do. Even if we gotta pretend like Jelani and Jennifer are still together. Okay, so let's just get that out the way first. On a scale of 10, I'm gonna give this episode an 8. I mean, it was a solid episode. One of the things that I feel like I noticed with this season in particular, despite how long it has been, is that there has been a distinct focus on sisterhood. And I think that that is a rallying cry to really kind of, I think, get away from some of the levels of toxicity that I felt like we experienced with the previous seasons, where it didn't really feel like there was any level of sisterhood. The people, you couldn't even get these groups of women to film together, right? So coming off of that season and then trying to revamp this and make it brand new, I kind of feel like sisterhood is the rallying cry of these ladies, okay? So I do feel like there is a distinct shift in the focus of the show. It does feel like, a group of girlfriends, on a trip, you know what I'm saying? And we got a main issue between two of the ladies that is really, I mean, on the surface is one thing, but beneath the surface, there is another. Okay. And we're going to talk about that as we get into this episode, right? Um, to get into it, Brandy and Jackie are arguing because it's a continuation of the argumentation with Jennifer and Jackie over this documentary, which again is so much deeper than I feel like what we're talking about right now. And so, Brandy tries to, eh, she tries to rein Jackie in, right? But there's no reining Jackie in at this point because she has lost her ish. Jennifer has called her the B word, and she is now letting fire and HE double hockey sticks rain. Okay. So ain't got time to deal with Brandy, who has offended her by asking her, you a coach's wife and you acting like this? Because she need to go run and chase down Jennifer and tell her she is done with her. Okay. The documentary is trash, but also too, now that's not my words. Those are Jackie's words. I ain't seen the documentary. But my thought is also to this season was taped so long ago. Where is this documentary? Okay, where is it? VH to the one, where is this documentary? Where is it going? Somebody need to let a brother know. Okay. Um, so, Jen is honestly like, deuces, Jax, deuces. So then Jackie says the wildest thing ever and said, as if Jen is on the quays. Okay. The quays, okay, to the ludes. I was like, how did we get here? Okay. How did we get to the quays to the ludes? Now, that to me, we have jumped into some other type of territory here, okay? Because when we hear of the quays to the ludes, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of a different show. I'm thinking of celebrity true crime that come on right after this show. That's what I'm thinking about, voiced by the Monica, who has an astounding voice for documentary type footage, okay? I don't know if you guys hear it. I'll be hearing her voice as soon as the episode ends, and I'll be like, what am I? Can I watch? Okay, but I never can because I ain't never got no time. but I'm gonna catch it once the season ends. I'm thinking. So anyway, you know, the next day, Jen FaceTimes her ex Jelani. We supposed to still pretend like this is a thing. I told y'all cut this man scenes out because it don't make no sense because we already know what did happen. All right, too much time to pass. And so she reveals in her confessional how important this documentary is for the Black community because she is still going through it, which we will find out a little bit later more about in this episode. So now she thinks that Jackie is her enemy. Brooke goes to visit Jackie, who's oddly well rested, like she just had the relations last night. Maybe fighting is like having relations. I don't know. But anyway, Jackie feels like Jen can't own her ish, and she feels like Jen is making her an enemy. All right. So it's boat day, no fighting on the boat unless somebody about to be thrown over. So, there's an undercurrent in this episode of Brooke, still going through and through and through and through with this divorce and whether or not she wants to go through with it, missing her husband, wanting to have more kids with him. And it just, these scenes right here are actually kind of heart-wrenching because when you think about what Brooke has actually experienced in real life, like in her real actual life, my heart actually really does go out to her. So these scenes where she's talking about later on in the episode about, wanting to have more kids, it just, oh my God, that did just hurt my heart right there. I'm wondering how they're going to address that during the reunion that's going to be coming up because next week is the season finale. So I'm just wondering how that's going to play out. So anyway, Jackie comes down and she's happy as a lark and Jen is not. Okay. Jackie to me seems like more of a trooper in this instance because I feel like Jackie is able to, I'm not like this. So I admire this. Jackie is able to rally herself and still be, happy-go-lucky Jackie and still be, the Jackie that we all know and love. But Jen is like, I'm more honestly like Jen in my day-to-day life, but I'm trying to learn to be more like Jackie because Jen is just not able to hide her disdain. After I done had an argumentation like that with somebody, there is no way on earth that you could pay me to be around that person. So for Jen to even sit there and go through with it, to me, it's annoying to watch, but it's honestly real because that's honestly how I would be. And I hate, it's not that I hate that about myself, but I do feel like I want to become that person that could be more like Jackie and just kind of like let things ride. You know what I'm saying? But if I'd have had an argument with you and I'm still mad at you, I'm still mad. Okay. And ain't gonna be nothing that can take away that anger. My anger has to dissipate on its own in order for me to get beyond something. But again, I'm working on that. I'm a work in progress. Okay, that is why I'm in therapy. Something that Jen claims that she don't need. But girl, it sounds like based on the things that you done experienced with this man, some therapy might still be good. Okay. Anyway, I love a good yacht day in general. So I love a boat. You know what I mean? A good yacht. Put me on a yacht, okay? I'm still gonna be mad, but put me on a yacht. I'd rather be mad on a yacht than mad on land. So anyway, Brooke reveals that she's in a much better space, and it inspires Jackie to want to work more on the sisterhood, of it all. And Jen is like, this woman is giving this Emmy Award winning speech. I don't believe nothing she got to say because she called my documentary trash. Okay. So anyway, Brandy gets emotional over having a better relationship with Jason, but yet losing her father. And then we get a flashback from the night before of Brandy telling Duffy that she talks crazy to Iman. Now, I would have preferred to see a little bit more of that scene as well. I know that the argumentation with Jackie and Jen took, center stage, but I do think that that was an important part of the conversation that we needed to see about Brandy's thoughts about how Duffy talks to people, specifically to Iman. Now, we know that they have been in therapy for the communication and things like that, so maybe she's eased up on some of that behavior. But if we're going to talk about it and bring it up, it's obviously an issue that some of the other ladies, or at least somebody as close to Duffy as Brandy has been, to have seen and to have brought to the surface. So I thought that that was interesting to me. Okay. So, you know, Jen still can't get past the things that were said. Duffy reveals that she wants to have a group therapy session and she's flying out her therapist, Dr. Keisha. And Jen can't believe that she's in Mexico having to get group therapy. You know what I'm saying? She don't think she need no counseling. It's Jackie that needs all the counseling. I will say also too, Brandy and Jackie do have a moment at the front of the boat where Jackie tells Brandy that she felt hurt by the things that Brandy was saying about, you supposed to be a coach's wife or whatever, because Jackie feels like y'all didn't seem to realize that Jennifer called me a B first. So Brandy actually does apologize, and they kind of are able to move forward in that regard because Brandy just don't want no more issues. She already dealing with some residual issues with Duffy, so she don't want no issues with Jackie. I wouldn't want no issue with Jackie either because Jackie to me, like, I'm the type of person that if I'm angry with you, I'm just angry about what I'm angry about, right? I don't have the mental capacity to go to a certain place, right? And I feel like Jackie, if you take her there, she's going to that place, okay? And that place is going to be, I'm going to take your head off, all right? I ain't that type of person. Like, if I'm angry with you, I'm angry about what I'm angry about, and that's going to be it, all right? I can't, I got to stay here, right? But everybody ain't like that. So you got to be careful about who get into argumentation with. You know what I'm saying? Because your baseline level for arguing could be here, but somebody else's could be here or here. So you cannot control how somebody else gets angry and reacts to you. So you, as a person, as people in general, we should always just be minding our P's and Q's about how we come at people in general, because you don't know where they're gonna go, right? Meanwhile, Angel is trying to finish Duffy's dress in time. She don't still know she going to Mexico. Anyway, she's gonna go. Like, let's just call a thing a thing. She's gonna go and she's gonna bring her man. And it's just, I mean, girl, like the guys are coming for a day. Girl, can't you come for one day? Okay, just one day. One day. Film for one day at least. You know what I'm saying? And then just go right back home. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, so they have a group therapy session, and Dr. Keisha's like, "Can y'all take y'all sunglasses off? Because I need to see your reactions and things like that." Because I'm like, all y'all sitting up, half of them sitting up in this therapy session with their sunglasses on, like, "Oh no. When we talking, I got to see your eyes, baby. I got to see your eyes. We got to lay eyes on each other, all right? So I can know that you receiving what I'm saying, and I can receive what you're saying, because I can't take you seriously if you're sitting up in this therapy session with these big old sunglasses on, okay? I can't." So anyway, Brandy and Duffy kind of lightly touch on their issues, but the main, issues here are Jackie and Jen, all right? Jennifer feels like Jackie has character flaws and that she lies, and Jackie feels like Jennifer is just trying to find something to, come at her with. Brooke also feels like Jackie does embellish a bit. Do y'all feel like Jackie embellishes? And Jackie feels like she gave her some producer advice because Jackie is a producer. Jackie feels like she never said she was Jen's producer. So it could be a game of semantics here, but I could have swore I thought I heard Jackie said like ghost producing at some point. So maybe that's where some of this came from. Like, if you do say ghost producing, I guess I could understand why Jennifer might think that you might say that you are claiming to be a producer on the project who is just not getting paid, right? But I would assume also too a ghost producer would maybe get paid. I don't know. It sounds to me at this point in time like just advice was given. Two girlfriends talking about what they do. Got a little project going on. Not a little project, because I don't mean to call it little. You know what I'm saying? Got a project going on that is in the early stages of inception. Sharing details back and forth. Jackie producing, over here off to the side, and said, "Hey girl, yeah, that looked good," or talk to this person, yeah, or I would do this or that and the third, and then yang. Jennifer did the work, and the project is supposed to be greenlit, but who knows where it is because we still haven't seen it. So anyway, that's what I feel like happened. They talk about triggers a lot, and the group basically is saying that we're learning each other's triggers as we go along. And that's pretty much how it happens in a group of friends, to be quite honest with you. I mean, you try not to, touch on anybody's triggers in general in real life because, you just, again, you never know where a trigger is going to take somebody. Okay. So, we try to be mindful of those things in, again, like I said, real life. But it'll be interesting to see how this continues to play out because it sounds like things are about to get legal. Okay. Legal. All right. Legal as in legal consequences, as in cease and desist. Cease and desist. Okay. I had a feeling this was going to come up, and we'll talk about it a little bit more when we get to the end of the episode, but it's coming. All right. So Angel and Rock do no, before that happens, the girls decide to go and get drinks after the therapy session. So they have shots, and everybody realizes that the therapy session didn't really work. So they basically then flown this therapist down here for a free vacation, okay, and a little TV appearance. But they started asking Jennifer, well, girl, is you planning on having kids with Jelani? Spoiler alert, no, she is not. Okay. So she does get to talking about, things that he wants and stuff like that. Why it matters now, I don't know, because we know they are not together. Okay. So anyway, maybe Jelani can be on another dating show. Put him on Love is Blind or something like that, because he seems like he's really looking for love. You know what I'm saying? And from the way some of y'all talk, I be feeling like y'all, I mean, I feel like he'd be an eligible bachelor for somebody because we don't really know the details about why they broke up, right? And it seemed like he wanted to be on TV. So maybe put him on one of them type of shows right there. So that way everybody can live happily ever after. Jen got a new man. She went around town with him. And now Jelani is on Love is Blind. I've just casted your new season for season 5. Just Netflix. Don't try that little lie thing no more because that did not work. Okay. So let's move on. Anyway, at this point in time, when they start talking about the kids, Brooke runs off. Brandy got to go talk to her because she upset because she wanted to have more kids with her husband. Duffy gets a message from Angel that Angel is actually going to be bringing the dress. Thank the Lord. I mean, how could we not have that happen? I was going to say something shady, but I'm not. So anyway, Brooke and Jen head to bed. Jackie runs to the bathroom, which gives Duffy and Brandy a chance to kind of really talk about their issues, what triggers the two of them. They hug it out and make it up. I mean, that's essentially what happens. We knew it was going in this direction anyway. Brandy really wants to be there for Duffy and her marriage, and it's nice to see them work this out. I didn't really think this issue was ever too serious to begin with. I felt like it was a little bit of a personality clash. I did feel like Brandy, who confessed that, I have been having some issues and traumas from my previous, relationships and, stuff like that, and things from my past that have affected me. And I said that back when they were having those argumentations. I said that. I said she is reliving those traumas and reliving those moments, and she says that she was. So it's nice to see them kind of get that out into the open and work things out. Angel and Rock arrive in Mexico the next day, despite the worries over her kids. Jennifer and Duffy arrive at the beach club. And Duffy's really like, thank you for not leaving this trip yet, because I know that you could have based on the things that you guys have been experiencing. Duffy does feel like Jackie apologized, though, but for Jennifer, she feels like it's not enough because now there is an accusation of lying, or an alleged let me put this alleged accusation, because what we get is a flashback. We get a flashback of an argument amongst the ladies, well, really amongst Jackie and Jennifer, where Jennifer is asking, well, basically, why would you say that I'm lying about something I'm going to court with? All right, so let's break that down. Jennifer is still in litigation over this matter, okay, in the state of Georgia. So if somebody on the show says something that indicates that she could be lying, that could be used against her in court. So that is the reason why this is so serious for Jennifer. Jackie says, well, if it can be questioned, if it's a lie. And then she goes on to say, well, no one is questioning if he took your car or not. So my question is, well, what would the lie be? Okay, I'm trying to figure that out. And so I have a better understanding now of the legal ramifications of potentially somebody questioning on the show whether or not Jen could be lying, because that could be serious for her. But in real time, she reveals to Duffy that, I mean, people deserve second chances, yes, but it has to be changed behavior or there will be consequences. And at that moment, I wrote in my notes, is she talking lawsuits? And then she says, if Jackie is going to run around telling lies, someone is going to hold her accountable, and she's going to leave it at that. At that moment, I knew that this was about to turn into a potential legal situation. All right. Meanwhile, Angel brings Duffy her dress. Duffy catches up, her up on Jen and Jackie's beef. And Angel, probably like the rest of us, feels like maybe that friendship has just expired. And it sounds like it has. Jackie is at the bar getting drinks, okay? And she sees, lo and behold, Brooke Bailey's husband has arrived. And now it is time for 007. It is Mission Impossible time because Jackie is on the case. Jackie, who is across the bar with a whole camera crew, must now disguise herself in some type of disguise. So Jackie has to sneak, in her sunglasses, and she has got to call Brandy. As she whispers loudly into the phone, what she say? Brandy, Brooke Bailey's husband is here. Meanwhile, the man is across the bar. Across the bar. It can't be but so many feet away. Now, I don't know if this man and his sunglasses, he could not see, because I can barely see the camera crew. Okay. But I think I can see a camera crew out of my peripheral, if I look like that. You know what I'm saying? But so Jackie on the phone, first of all, this ain't no whisper, okay? She ain't go to the corner or nothing like that. She's sitting right there at the table. Jackie, Brandy, Brooke Bailey's husband. And Brandy like, who? Brooke Bailey. Brooke Bailey on the cast. Her husband is here at the bar. Okay, and I'm like, Jackie, he can see you, right? I can see you. The producers can see you. There's a camera crew here. Have we forgotten all that? So it's not Mission Impossible. It's Mission Television, okay? Because we can see you. He can see you. Everyone knows what's happening. But yet and still, Jackie, you would have thought Jackie was who? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? And she thought she was Carmen Sandiego at that moment. But I'm like, girl, we can see you. We know where you are, all right? We know it's you. We know it's you behind those glasses. We can hear you. He can hear you. Everybody on the resort can hear you at this point. I was too through. To me, that was the funniest part of the episode, because I was like, how in the world is she trying to make believe like we can't understand the fact that this man walking into the bar where she's not 20 feet away and he can't see her? And a camera crew. It just boggled my mind. But anyway, that's the review for Basketball Wives season 10, episode 24. Y'all tap in for the next episode, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next